thinking about Isaiah. Even with choosing him, I remember coming in and being like, let's look into Isaiah. He's a person that, of course, grew up in Kojic, but he is now singing at a church and sings at multiple churches that are CCM based.
And the irony of it is when you brought Isaiah to me,
I just heard his name.
I sung with him for years. So I knew his voice. I knew his spirit. I knew his timbre. I knew his tone. Like, I knew that he could do it. I literally sung with this man for a long time. So I knew that he could really, really push that song and really give it that message and vocally do what was needed. You know what I mean? So when you brought his name to me, I was like, oh yeah. We don't have a question here because Zay is going to kill it. And he did just that. And
he brought that balance, and I felt like where he was, I studied people. I literally studied his voice. I wasn't just like, I was like, let me listen to his music. Even down to, he was like, when I was toggling between the two keys, he was like, I was like, we're going to do it in A. And I know he probably was like, why do you have me do it in A? And I wanted it to be in a certain part of his voice that was in that mid to high range. I wanted to kind of be in that certain part of his voice so I felt like he could sing it from that standpoint vocally. Because I know that F sharp would have been a key that he could sing it low and high.
But see, that's why it's important. That's why it's important to bring in an expert, because I wrote it in F sharp. But I wouldn't know about knowing his mid-range and studying his voice. I wouldn't know to say, hey, we might need to change it to A. That's going to give it a different feel. No, I want it in F sharp. It's like, no, yeah, but if we do it in A, that gives us more room to build the song, to tell a different story. And so it's so important to know your strength and know your weaknesses. And if I would have did the song by myself, recorded it by myself, it wouldn't sound anything like this. Nothing like this. And what people don't understand is, and I'm looking at you guys, me and Natalie and I work very well together. We collaborate very well together. She did the music for Color Theory as well. And she killed it. So why not let her do one as well? I mean, why not? She killed the color theory music. But what people don't know is we also sung together. Like 16, like teenagers. I'm talking about we singing at MGMC. Anybody that's watching this, if you know MGMC. So we understand that sound, that gospel feel, that choir feel. And so I just appreciate you taking it to the level that you did, listening to your intuition and listening to God on what you should do and how you should make it move, because I can feel it in the music. Even the vocalist that you chose. Yeah. The vocalist and the musicians that you chose.